Hey fight fans, welcome back again to another episode with the African Fighters. And in today's episode, we are going to be previewing one of the two very important matches going down this weekend where African fighters will be involved. Yes, and on today's episode, we're going to be looking at Saaiman taking on Christian Rodriguez. These are two of the young and promising fighters in the UFC in the bantamweight division. Yes, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, now let's quickly look at the tail of the tape to see how these two fighters compare, and then we jump right into it. Yes, we begin with Christian Rodriguez, C-Rod as he's popularly known as. Even though he's just 5'7" tall, he has a very lengthy reach of 71 inches. Born and fighting out of the United States, he's currently on a 2-fight win streak. His only professional loss came in the UFC against Jonathan Pierce in what was his debut in the UFC. Since then, he has shown amazing character, defeating Raul Rosas Jr. in a match many people did not think he was going to be able to come out on top. Yes, Raul Rosas, another promising young fighter, but today is not for Raul Rosas Jr. Today is for Saaiman and Christian Rodriguez. Yes, looking at Saaiman, on the other hand, the South African born and raised Saaiman, currently on a 14-fight win streak. This guy is yet to taste defeat. He's 22 years of age, young, upcoming, such a skilled fighter at such a young age. He's 3-0 in the UFC. This fight was supposed to happen before the cancellation as Rodriguez withdrew from that bout. He was replaced by Terrence Mitchell, who he absolutely bodied in round 1. He also got a majority win decision against Mana Martinez in a fight that he should have won comfortably if not for the fouls. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's jump into the nitty-gritty of this fight. First of all, these two guys are very talented, both on the ground and striking, yes. But the way I see things, Christian Rodriguez looks to pack more of a punch than Saaiman. Yes, standing on the feet, Christian Rodriguez is a little bit more vicious. He's a very talented striker. Hits very hard for a bantamweight. Make no mistakes about it, Saaiman can definitely hold his own in a stand-up fight. But when it comes to power, Christian Rodriguez is definitely going to do more damage than Saaiman. Raul Rosas Jr. stepped into the octagon with Christian Rodriguez and immediately recognized that there was a disparity in the stand-up striking of Christian Rodriguez and chose to wrestle. A plan that did seem to be yielding a little bit of result, but Raul Rosas was not able to keep that tempo up. Will Saaiman adopt a similar technique, choosing to wrestle over a striking game? What makes this fight so interesting is that both Saaiman and Christian Rodriguez have the tendency to let the fight come to them. So it will be very interesting to see who takes the initiative in this fight. Both fighters are very comfortable standing and they are very comfortable wrestling, managing to wiggle his way out of difficult situations on the floor. Yes, evading submission after submission and even reversing submissions to create his own submissions opportunity. Yes, they are both very technically gifted wrestlers. However, of the two fighters, you would assume that Christian Rodriguez has less of a takedown defense than Saaiman. Saaiman, on the other hand, is a very tenacious fighter. He does not stop. He is a pressure fighter. He does not give his opponent 1 minute to breathe. Yes, that is the fighting style synonymous with Team CIT in South Africa. Pressure fighters constantly giving their opponents something to defend, something to think about. Currently, Saaiman is the betting favorite, as most people expect him to be able to pull off this one against Christian Rodriguez. However, this will be his most significant challenge till date. Yes, we've seen what overlooking what Christian Rodriguez brings to the table can cause, as Raul Rosas Jr. had his first loss handed to him by C-Rod. This, I feel, is going to be one of the fights of the night. I feel like both fighters are very evenly matched. In my opinion, if the fight stays more on the feet, Dan on the ground, I think C-Rod takes it. I think he's too technical of a striker and will probably land heavier punches than Cameron Saaiman. But if Saaiman can somehow find a way to turn this into a dirty wrestling match, that might just be where his strength lies. Yes, his ability to transition effectively without losing too much energy. Yes, he needs to pace himself. It's a 3-round fight, not a 1-round fight. He needs to pace himself. And if he can do that effectively, then I feel he will be able to come out on top in this fight. So yes, those are my predictions. A standing fight and C-Rod wins. A wrestling matchup and Cameron Saaiman wins. If I was to pick just one though, I think Cameron Saaiman will edge this one. But it's going to be a very, very close fight to call. Alright guys, leave your comments in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know your predictions and what you think, how this one is going to go down. I will see you in another episode.
Come on, Africans!